Hello everyone, my name is Tor and welcome back to Anthropology. Alright, welcome back to another video, or welcome if this is your first time. On this channel we talk about all things luxury, fashion, also mindful consumption, minimalism. How much should we be consuming? So if you are interested in product reviews for both men and women's fashion, general talks about consumption as a whole, definitely subscribe and keep watching. Alright, so in today's video I'm doing a 1 year sort of wear and tear update on my Saint Laurent Wyatt suede Chelsea boots. So I have 2 pairs of the 1-inch suede Wyatt Chelsea boots. I have the black suede and obviously the beige suede. So I picked these up, I got these actually September of 2020 when I was in Toronto, and then I picked these up on SSENSE during their sale January 2021. So I've had these ones longer. These ones are a bit newer, but either way, I basically had both of them for a year, so I'll just be going over 3 different things. So the first part of this video will be general wear and tear, so how the boots have stood up over a year of wear, what you can expect. Then I'll be going into some pros of these boots, and then finally I will go into some cons of these boots as well. So I'll leave timestamps below, I'll put chapters in. If you're interested, definitely keep watching. So the first portion of this video will focus on wear and tear. So both of the boots that I have are in suede. These are the black pair right here. In terms of the actual leather part of the boot, nothing has really changed all that much. They have worn nicely. There is just some mild creasing here around the toe, but that's to be expected. So one thing that's nice about the suede ones that is a little bit different if you get, say, the more smooth leather or even the patent leather, the creasing around the toe will be less visible. Obviously there will be creasing, but given that it's suede, it'll just basically show up in ridging as opposed to creasing or marking. So actually it looks like this off, but when you actually put it on, it doesn't really have that much wear. In terms of the upper part of the boot here, nothing much has really changed at all. There is just some wear on the back. This is from taking the boots on and off. They are a Chelsea boot, so they're meant to be quite stiff, quite, you know, to your foot. So taking them off, there will be some rubbing as you sort of hold your hand there. Where there's the most wear is obviously on the sole. So this is the sole of the black boots. Obviously you can see they've been quite worn. So the whole sole is leather. So this one is going to wear off. As you can see, it's worn quite a bit on the toe and all this part here. So this is where your foot's really on the ground. The arch part doesn't really wear all that much. That's to be expected. If you walk on some rocks or anything like I did, then for sure there'll be some denting. And then this part here. So this part I believe is also leather. This one you can replace as well as the plastic part here if you go to a cobbler. I've yet to do that, but this part has begun to wear down as well. This is all normal. And then on the ridge here, you can see that it sort of slopes up. When you first get the boots, it'll be directly straight, but obviously as you walk, this sort of grinds against the pavement or whatever surface you're walking on and will begin to curve up. So not a lot in terms of wear and tear. They've held up really, really well. These ones are super, super comfortable. I love them and they have really worn in quite well. This is the other side, just so you can see the wear is fairly consistent on both shoes. As I mentioned, there is some of the wear in the back side here, just from where my hand has held to take the boots on and off. They also come with this inside tab, which was really helpful to put them on, not so much helpful to take them off. And again, on the bottom, you can see this is where most of the wear is concentrated. So you can expect there to be quite a bit of wear on the bottom of your shoes. In terms of the brown ones, so I've had these ones for less time, but you can see that there is quite a bit of creasing happening around the toe. It is quite, I would say it's not very noticeable. There is some light creasing happening here as well. So the difference between these two is that I have suede protected these ones. I have not suede protected these ones. So you can see the suede on the brown ones is a little bit fluffier, whereas the suede on the black ones, it's more, I would say, like combed down. This is what they look like on the back. These ones are quite a bit stiffer than the other ones, than the black ones that I have, so I struggle to take these ones off and on. I wouldn't generalize that to all of the shoes. It could just be that these ones, the leather is a bit tighter and I need to stretch it out more. But yeah, these ones are quite a bit harder to get on and off. In terms of the bottom, so again, this is where a lot of the wear will be concentrated on these shoes, obviously here and here. So that's just something to keep in mind. To keep these shoes for a long time, you will probably have to take them to a cobbler just to replace the sole, as that will wear down. So one thing with both of these shoes is that I don't wear either of them when it's rainy, when it's misty, when there's dew on the grass. I only wear them when it's dry weather because of the suede material. If I purchased the ones that were leather, so like not suede, but just a smooth leather or patent leather, then I would probably be more adventurous, wear them when it's rainy outside. But right now I have these ones and I'm not gonna wear them in the rain because I know that if these get rainy, it'll be a whole situation. And these are the other ones. Same wear on the bottom, but not a lot of visible wear on the actual shoe itself. Besides the back part, there's a little bit of rubbing. If you get a suede brush, you probably will be able to brush these out and keep them looking super new for a long time. You can also see the toe part here has sort of risen a little bit. This and this part, that's normal as you sort of step. All right, so now I'll get into some pros. They are the most classic Chelsea boot I think that's out there. Saint Laurent has been making these boots for years now. The Wyatt boot is a part of their regular line. They come in a variety of additional styles. So the classic Chelsea, there is the zip one. So instead of having the elasticized sides, there's one that's full leather zip. There's the Jodhpur, I believe it's called, and it has the sort of coil around in leather that's like a belt. And then there is also the, I believe it's called the harness. So they're a bit taller and they have the harness that goes around and sort of under. They come in a few different heel heights. These are the 1-inch heel. I just wanted a little bit of boost. I didn't want it to look like I was wearing heeled boots, but just like a little bit. They also come in 1.5, and then they also come in, I believe, a 2 and sometimes a 2.5. So you can really get that extra height. Obviously a pro, they'll never go out of style. They are beautifully constructed. They're very well made. The quality of the leather, the quality of the materials is very good, and they're also very comfortable. In the beginning, I definitely had to break them in. That's with any shoe, especially a leather soled shoe, and one that's quite stiff on the bottom. There's no sort of padding. It's like you slide your foot in, that's what you get. But they have broken in really well. They've really sort of mold to your foot. I know when I tried the sort of calfskin or the smooth buffed leather, those ones were very stiff and they pinched a little bit around the toe, which is also why I went for the suede ones, because they're a little bit more relaxed in general. So that's one thing to definitely keep in mind. So another thing that's great about these boots is they're super easy to style. I will not be styling them with any specific outfits. I will try them on and show you what they look like just on with what I'm currently wearing, but they're very easy to style, especially the color variations that I got. So the beige goes with anything lighter, also darker, and then the black, obviously they go with everything. It's just a neutral boot. They do sometimes make crazy colors and crazy variations. I know they've done a pony hair, which was quite cool. They do a very sort of dark caramel tobacco color, which is also really nice. And I believe I've also seen a white. They don't often vary into like reds or greens or like blues or anything like that, so you'll definitely be able to find one that's within a reasonable range. Another great thing about these boots is they go on sale. So when I got the black ones, wasn't aware of this, got them regular price. I believe the regular retail at the time was $1,130. When I got these ones, I picked them up during the Essence sale on Essence. They were originally listed for $1,160. They ended up going down to $824, and that's the price that I picked them up for. I've seen them go down as low as to $600. You can find them that low, but the sizing will be, you know, is hit or miss for sure. The pricing is a bit all over the place right now. So I saw some of them are retailing for like $1,070, which would be the 1-inch heel, but also some models are also $1,160 up to $1,240. So there is quite a bit of variation within the same style. Like I saw this exact boot with like 4 different pricing. So definitely shop around. Do not sort of pick the first one that you see, just because for whatever reason, especially when you're shopping wholesale, like through SSENSE, through a third party, the pricing is going to be all over the place. If you shop directly from Saint Laurent, then you'll definitely get that one pricing. So I purchased the black ones directly from Saint Laurent, but these ones I purchased through SSENSE, as I mentioned before. So some cons. So one of the cons would definitely be the aspect of resoling them like this. So with any shoe that has a leather bottom, you're definitely gonna have to keep that in mind, that you may have to resole them in order to keep them and sort of maintain longevity. If you go for other shoes that are Chelsea boots, like a Blundstone, let's say, it may not be as formal, but it will have a little bit more longevity in terms of the sole itself, or anything that has a rubber-based sole, I think will last a little bit longer. Leather-based soles, you have to be careful about what you step on. You definitely can't step in things that are like wet. It may deteriorate, it may rot the bottom. So having a more delicate fabric on a boot like this, it does limit the durability of it. So I got Suede as well. Have to be careful. I can't wear them in every single situation. I mean, I could, but then I would be sort of limiting the longevity of the boot. If I wore them out in the rain, the Suede would get all messed up. If I wore them, I mean, also like the leather sole would get messed up. So they are quite delicate as a boot. If you get the patent ones, the story may be a little bit different, but I can only speak from my experience. And the Suede, it's quite a delicate fabric, but they're comfortable. Another would be the, I guess a con could be the pricing. They are quite expensive for a boot. Granted, they do go on sale, but if you purchase them regular price, that would be a con. They don't necessarily, for a classic style, they don't really hold the same value. With any shoes, obviously, if you try to resell, it will be a questionable market because the shoes are used, and unlike selling a used bag, unlike selling used ready-to-wear even, shoes show wear because they're directly in contact with the ground. So they do go on sale. It's a pro and a con depending on how you look at it. If you get it on sale, definitely a pro. If you don't, it's a con. So my final thoughts. Do I recommend the shoes? Absolutely. I love them. I think they're the most classic Chelsea boot. Obviously, other brands make Chelsea boots, like Celine does a very similar version. Celine is basically becoming, Saint Laurent 2.0 thanks to Eddie Slimane. I've seen Dior do Chelsea boots, Brunello Cucinelli, Common Projects. You don't have to get these boots if you want the style. There's a lot that look exactly like them in various price ranges, but in my opinion, these ones are like the classic one. Like, these are the ones that all the other boots are modeled after, and they just look amazing. They feel amazing. You're not going to get a more classic Chelsea boot than this, and wait for the sale seasons because I'm sure you'll be able to find some on sale. So that's my video. Thank you for watching. I hope this helped someone. If it does, definitely comment down below. Please like, comment, subscribe. The channel's growing. It's growing slowly, but it's growing nonetheless, and I hope to see y'all next time. Bye, guys.